Today I'm going to introduce Sage to the bridle. He's had just this little, I call it a bit, the hanger, just the, with no noseband, no throat latch, no anything. Just make it really, no brow band. Today I'm going to bridle him in a full bridle. It's what I usually start the young ones with a full cheek. I had a really nice D-ring as well, but sold it to a client somewhere along the way because I don't do cold starting anymore, but I hung on to this full cheek with slobber straps and my rope reins, which slide out of my hands really easy, just for the first few rides with the bit, just so I'm going to be really, really free and giving. So first I'm going to check the procedure that I've been doing each day, like can I put this in his mouth? He's been chewing a lot, playing with it, so I usually like to wait until they're quiet in their mouth before I start pulling the reins and saying, hey, can you turn? Because it's really hard for them to hear a cue when they're going, they can't hear the cue. So I usually like to wait, but I chose it. I want to keep doing my filming and progressing with him. I'm going to start teaching him the cues with the bridle. Despite the chewing, it's not stress. He's just playing, and some young horses are like that. Iberians are really known for being mouthy, so like they're Andalusians, Gitanos, and he's half Lusitano, so it's kind of to be expected. And he likes to touch things and chew things, and so to him, it's like this giant toy. And you'll also notice this morning we're extremely distracted. So they're cutting down some trees over there. We've already had to do a little bit of groundwork just to tell him he's not going to die. He was very spooky coming up from the paddock. Couldn't stand still to groom, so I came in the arena. We've already done a bunch of prep work of you're not going to die. It's just chainsaws. He still wants to look over there. So we'll see how it goes, okay? So this is the next step. Once you can place this in their mouth quietly, obediently. Can you bring your head back over here, please? With my head down, cue with my fingers. Thank you. Present the bit. And he wants to look over there again. It's going to wait. I need to put the bit in. Now there's a dump truck. You see dump trucks every day, but it's trailer stacking, and he's already quite heightened. They're remodeling their house over there, doing some siding. Back there, there's chainsaws. So he's like, oh, so many things triggering me. So can I put my fingers in his mouth? Which I can. Can he open it? And it's quite a delay on the opening, which you can tell is partly to do with the tension, right? And I slide it over his ears. Oh, big sigh. Yeah, not a problem there. Without the head moving, it didn't go higher. He didn't want to open his mouth, but that's a lot to do with the environment right now. Like I said, he's heard dump trailers before, and they've been remodeling that house since he moved in, since you got here. But now with that added chainsaw, the triggers, all these triggers are stacking, and his emotional state's been quite high so far. But I'm going to persevere. So you can see, you can put a bridle or a bit on, and then he plays with it. It's not a stressful play, he just plays and plays and mucks around. So he's been wearing it for each session the last few days. Now I'm going to repeat this process and ask for the head down. I still have the halter on underneath just to make sure I can shape the correct behavior of no, this stays here. Okay, so now we're going to put the full bridle on. And I'm going to put the reins over his head. You can tell he's clearly not particularly here. Hello, Sage. This is the big boy bridle. Okay, that was just a training bit. Okay, so hello. You need to focus here, please. Okay. And I notice I'm really particular about relaxation. Like, he's not going to learn anything if he's in a heightened state. Okay. I know there's a lot going on. Okay. So this is a different bit. I'm going to just do those steps again. Does he care about all these things coming in front of his eyes? He's got a brow band. He's got, extra straps. So just test all the pieces again. Like, can I even bring this here? Are you stressed about it coming near your eyes? Some horses don't like seeing all of that coming to their eyes. Even if you have done lots of prep work like this with sliding things over, they still worry because it's different, right? He's trusting me, so that's not a big deal. So that step is a green light. Put my hand here, carry the bridle in my right hand, and then I'm going to present the bit. Full cheeks are tricky. You easily get them up their nose and stuck in their lips. So that's his first time bridling with a full bridle. So now, of course, we guessed as to if it would be the right length. It's actually pretty good. Look how much extra strap I have. He's pretty tiny. A tiny little head. Can you please put this down and stay with me? Thank you. I know there's a lot going on, but we're in school right now, right? We are in school. No, you need to come over here, please. I know. So hard. The thing is, you just be compassionate. You understand that, they're young, and for him, it's a lot. Hey. Good. Okay. I'm going to keep the lead rope on just in case I run into trouble with anything and I need to go back to just schooling him and just leading and relaxing. Okay. We'll just tie it off here. This is his first time with a full bridle. I'm going to start asking for some basics, such as, can you back up? So that's your stop. Can you back up off a pull? So he knows all of the signals. He knows to come off of pressure on his nose, to turn left and right, and to back up, flex at the pole. He does not know it from inside his mouth. So this is a very delicate process. I don't want to just start pulling. I want to take my time and present it softly. So one of the first things I'll do, right? And we're just going to go a little bit. I got the halter in case I need it. Use it like a cowboy cavesson, I call it. Just pull on it. Same as a cavesson. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is teach him the very first, most important part is, do you have brakes? Can you stop? So I'm going to grab both reins. I'm going to pull them towards his chest. And then I have the same prop or motivator as I've used before to say, hey, could you back off of the cavesson or the halter? I'm going to pull backwards. There's nothing happening. You thought about it, though. Good boy. And then release. That was number 1. So we'll do that 5 times. Anything that's new, you want to do 5 to 7 repetitions. And review is 3. Okay, so this is number 2. Came off the bit pressure instantly. Give him a little break. A lot of horses will go, ah, with their tongue, and they don't like the pressure on their lips. So he's doing really well. I am glad that I spent that extra 15 minutes just working on relaxation, because this wouldn't have been as soft. That was a little bit heavier. I want it to be really light because I don't want to pull on his mouth. There's 3, and I'm giving him a break in between each just to process that and go, this is all very new. Okay. Now I'm going to pull right here very lightly with both fingers just to show you how light this is. Okay. Light. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Okay. That's 4. And then 5. So I'm just getting 2 steps is my goal. So make sure you have an inner picture of what is your response. If the horse was really chewing and really stressed with that pressure in his mouth, the moment they even thought of rocking back, I would have released. Because he was so good the first time I asked, I'm doing the same goals as I have on the halter with the cavesson, where it's 2 steps. 2 good quality steps, and then I'll release the pressure. It was very good that way. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just start with, can you bring your nose left and right? Now, he knows the stelling from the halter or cavesson. You can take your head and you can take it this way, and then you can take it this way. So we can just shape that first. Can you just square that foot up for me, please? This one, good. Better. Can you bring your nose over here? Good. Can you bring your nose over here? Good boy. Very nice. I'm just reminding him, okay, we do this. Okay, now I'm going to ask him with the bit. I don't actually need my whip for this. I'll just tuck it in my armpit. So I'm going to take this hand first. You can see I'm going to pull his nose to, and it's a little sticky, so I'm just vibrating. Hello, hello. The one thing, I'm going to go stronger and then release. One thing I like about the full cheek is it also pulls the whole side of the other side of the face over, which makes it just like a halter would have. Okay? So it's not something that's totally foreign, it's just that it's in his mouth. I'm going to pull out over there again, which is quite heavy, and show him that it needed to go over there. And do it again. So this is definitely not light. Pull out over there, leaning on it, and at least show him where it needs to be. So get in, make the change. Good, make the change you want. Get in, make the change you want. Nothing light about that. Good boy. That was better. Nothing light about it. It's not following the feel and making the nose go. And partly that's sometimes what you have to do. It's hard to, you ask, you motivate, you release. Well, I'm not going to use the whip to drive his nose away. So I'm going to need to go light aid with my fingers. Light, strong, release. Light, strong, release. This means that, okay, sir? This light pressure here means move your nose over here. Thank you. Whatever. I need to go and make sure that that chainsaw thingy isn't going to come and get me. Whatever it is, he doesn't know what it is. Good. Okay. Better. Okay. With me? I'm going to bring him this way. You can see his nose turning this way. Yep. So I'm going to ask him. I'm going to pull a little bit. Should be easier this way. He wants to look there anyway. So that wasn't me. I'll use the bit to bring him back. Good. And can I pull your nose over here? So this is just, I'm not even looking for perfection within the bend. I'm just, can I move your nose that way? Yep, there's somebody doing something over there on their property. Okay, now that, can you, good boy. That's light. Can you bring your nose back, please? Good. And can you take your nose over there, please? Good boy. Can you bring your nose back? Good. Can you take your nose this way? That's getting very light. Good boy. Okay, so you notice I'm doing at least 5. It's the first time he's had a bit guide his face, so this is not too bad. Okay. Now, we can also, here for me, please. Thank you. And wait. Thank you. I also like to do this. So I'll stand here and I'll go, okay. Can you bring your nose over here, please? And he's going, I think that's backwards. Good. Good. I like that it went down. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I'd actually like for the nose to come over here. I'm just putting my hand here just to make sure he doesn't move a foot. Bring your nose over here. Thank you. And you bring your nose over here. When they start falling, see, I just want his nose, right? So you don't have to have the hand there, but just sometimes that's that soft touch right there. Hello. Thank you. That's all you needed to do. La La Land. Maybe I relaxed you too much. Hello. I need this over here. So I'll pull it because it took too long, right? So light, strong, release. Light, strong, release. And I'm just going to check in with him. Hello. Where's my pony? Light, strong, release. Low. Right. I'm going to try this side. So this side, I might have to go like this. And push the nose. That way I can steer him from the ground, hey? Can you bring your nose back? I'm going to pull this rein that way. And then push. I mean, the full cheek pushes anyway. All right, now you can bring it back over here. Good boy. There you go. So then this is number 3. And I do it without a help of the hand. Nope, and I don't want the feet. Don't want the feet. Just want the nose. Good boy. I like that he's offering pressure means head down and relax. I'm like, yeah, it's good because I want him to do that later. All the work with the cavesson has been stretched forward and down with your neck, not brace upwards. Okay, that's 4. Bring it back over here, please. Bring it back over here. Over here. All right. Now go on this side and test that. There's no stress behaviors. We're sleeping. If anything, we're just sleeping. So now, can I pull the rein on that side? Often you'll have to push the head as well. Let's see, can you follow that? Can you follow it? That's number 2. Thank you. It's more than I need to turn high, but I really wanted to get an answer that was more from the bit versus my fingers. I need to see it. Thank you. Change. High. You don't want to bend your horse more than the point of the shoulder here, or they start twisting at the pole. It's not helpful. Good. That's better. It's not healthy. And then can you turn again? Good boy. Oh, that's better. Yes. Didn't say we have very good steering yet. I think when I start putting a purpose behind it, it'll make more sense to him. Thank you. Boy. That was much better. Okay, now I'm going to do a pattern that he knows. We have done that pattern when I was first starting him with the 2 rein work before I rode him. So we're going to go forward, walk on, and go somewhere. It's going to walk around. Yeah, you can do this. We haven't done this in a while, hey? I'll just ride you now. Good job. Good boy. And when I first prepared him for under saddle, I set up a pattern of a few cones, and at every cone we stopped. Now he's trying to get me in front of him. Nope. Walk on. Yeah, you're fine. Let's go. Don't need to go leave the arena. Thank you. Hasn't done this in quite a while. It's got to be more complicated than this. Good boy. Okay, walk on. And he's very good with the voice, my inner picture and my energy. I'm thinking forward. Barely you need to use the dressage whip. And whoa. Good. Big sigh. All right, I have a bit in my mouth. Hey, you coming off of that adrenaline you had going earlier, bud? Hey? Oh, yeah, I got a bit in my mouth. Forgot about that thing. Now I'm going to look like the sage I know. And whoa, pulling. No, you don't get to turn and face me, okay? So right there I used a little bit of the outside rein to say, no, we don't turn and face me. It's just like when I first started this work. Okay, come. I'm going. Need to move forward. A little firmer than I was when I first started him because he knows the groundwork so well now. I can bring an outside hind leg towards me and get him very straight beside me. And whoa, good. Now I'm going to ask for backup. Boy, and then forward. You need to stop and go first, right? It's like riding him brand new again. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Come on, you can move. Is about this melding behavior. So it's very hard for him to feel any signals when he's choo 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 choo. You have a fly on there that's bugging you? Just stop for a second then. No, we don't need to swing away. Okay, you can just stand here nicely. Is there a bug there? That better? It's really stressful. Okay, so now we're going to do the circles. Okay? And that'll be it for his bit work today to get him ready for me to ride him with the bit. I'd like to see him a little more responsive, of course, on his turn. At the standstill there, it was very dull. But he's listening right here, so I'm doing a pull, release. Right back to how we were 2 months ago with the cavesson, teaching him to turn. Just pull, say thank you. You turned. It was only for a couple of millimeters that you turned, but you turned. Don't keep pulling. They don't know what the answer is, right? So here you pull, thank you. Keep moving forward though, so turn and tap. He needs to keep marching, that's his job. My left hand is saying turn, thank you. Never a constant pressure. He needs to know, like I said, where's the release of this pressure? I think he started to figure out that it's that pattern. We know this pattern. Well, that's one of the reasons I love patterns, is it's predictable. Horses like it to be predictable, especially when they're young and they haven't done a lot of things in their, schooling life with a human. It's like, I know this pattern so well, I could do it with my eyes closed. And then he's not worried now. He's just starting to relax into it and listening to the one new thing, which is the bit pulling. Right? It's pull, release, pull, release. Good boy. Good man. And then pull, back one, fantastic. Hey? Boy. Now we'll do the other direction. The same pattern. Stop, go. Walk on, please. Yep. You can walk all the way around me. Let's see if he has I call it a brain fart and forgets how to do it again, but I think, no, where are you going? You can just walk beside me. Thank you. Not doing anything fancy. You're not doing anything. You can just stay here. Trying to be very quiet with the whip, but I've done so much work on, hey, can you yield your hind leg? Can you do all these fancy moves? I was offering things. That's why we're just walking. Just leading you. Taking nice breaths just to get him off of whatever program he's got in his mind. He's not thinking the pattern yet, so we're going to start. Good boy. Just going to tighten up this halter knot. Oh, okay. Walk on. Good boy. Give him a little scratch with my left hand. I don't know, he's doing good. It's just the pattern. Just your kindergarten pattern, okay? And then, whoa. Good boy. I know. Walk on. And then a stop. Okay. Walk on. And stop. Hello? Stopping. Where were you going? Did you forget I was doing stuff with you? Walk on. That's it. Come. Yep. Trying to get his tongue over the bit. That's a fun game. Now I'm going to teach the turn. Pull. Thank you. Pull. Thank you. Over exaggerating for the camera. But you get the idea is that you just get, hello, can you bring your nose here? Good. You're wonderful. Don't keep pulling. 1 + 1 is 2. I pull a bit a little, you bring your nose. His job already is to march. So if you brought his nose more right and he's marching, he will follow his nose. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. Get the engine going, get the hindquarters just coming and marching. Steering becomes very easy. Good boy. All right, turning right again. So I'm going away for 3 days now. So on Monday, I'll film my lesson as well, and that one will be the indirect rein. I will work on getting him to steer left and right. Right now it's just right or it's just left. And there's a lot of mouthing behavior, so I don't want to introduce the indirect today. He'll probably be lost somewhere in his mind while he's chomping. But I'm happy with his turns here. They're getting lighter and lighter. He's just starting to just follow the tiniest little finger squeeze now with my bit. Don't have to exaggerate. I'm trying to exaggerate just with my fingers so you can see. But it's a very light touch now. Okay? Good boy. Oh, I think I got another sigh coming. Yeah, it's a good boy. I think it's really important that we breathe with them too. Like they really feed off of our energy. So I try to be really, yeah, we're good, right? Yeah, that's right. Big sigh. Good boy. And then I'm going to pull the reins for a stop. Let him just have, no, you can stand there. Let him have a moment. See what he thinks about all that. I'd love to see this busyness go away. There's one option if they keep getting their tongue over the bit, which he hasn't yet, but you can see him trying. You can put a noseband on just tight enough to prevent that. I don't think that that's very controversial, but getting the tongue over the bit will go away if you just let him process this. The only time it does become an issue where I will put in, I have a small noseband I can add underneath, is when you are riding, let's say trot and canter, and they suddenly put it over. Well, when you pull and that tongue's over, they'll flip their head up and have quite a panic. So if a horse already has done something like that, I'll then, which I have in my toolbox, I'll bring out the noseband and just put it on for a couple of rides just so that they quit doing that. It's a stress behavior and stuff, but I help them? So there's no value in if I don't help them. I'll maybe introduce the transition slower, or, revisit some groundwork with the bit. So I really work on their emotional state. But if there's something that's a dangerous issue where they're constantly doing that with their tongue and putting it over, you don't also want to be on that young horse with the tongue over, trying to stop them from a canter, and suddenly the tongue's over and they're rearing because the pressure underneath the tongue. So, like I said, there are moments I will use that. Okay. For now, I'm hoping that it'll never happen. I won't need one because he's quiet. Once he's quiet, he's more just busy. This is interesting. So, yeah, we'll be good. Okay. So, yeah, that'll be it for today. I'm now going to saddle up and ride him and take the bridle off. I'm going to ride bitless because he's going fantastic bitless right now. There's no need to push him too fast on the bit. Okay. So we'll just take it off here. Hello. I want his head just a little bit lower. All 5'2" of me likes the horse's head's pretty low. Good boy. Now I'll slide it over your ears and I'll let you slide it out of your mouth. There you go. What a good boy.